We're still here. We're still together. We're still strong. Apes, together strong. Planet of the Apes. War for the Planet of the Apes. Here we go. The conclusion to this very good trilogy.
Amazing
Surprisingly good trilogy.
Three rock solid movies.
Absolutely. So let's get right into it. What did we think?
I feel like Caesar as a leader is such a good character in this movie. And every scene Caesar is in, you're kind of just like on the edge of your seat to see what's going to happen. Unfortunately, we didn't have the greatest movie viewing experience.
We were sitting in the theater, and from the first shot of the movie,
Ted
every
DiBiase.
serious scene was just met by this guy in the back going,
Will you shut up? You shut up, man. It's a comedy.
and it just sucks everyone out of the experience. But anyway, the way they handled this character, Caesar has been one of the best characters in any trilogy, really.
Yeah.
If they don't win an Oscar for the visuals in this movie, I'll be shocked.
Of course.
I will be absolutely shocked if they don't.
You know, it's weird that I don't even think of that when coming to negatives. I mean, positives is because it's been so good for the last two movies.
It's too real.
Yeah.
It's like they shot them in costume or got apes to talk.
We were spoiled with this CG in this movie.
And I think it gets overlooked. It's just
Yeah.
something that I've not seen it that good in any movie.
I'm kind of glad that it didn't become just a total war, an all-out war kind of movie.
That's what I thought it would be, and I'm
also
so happy and relieved to see that they went with what I wanted them to go with, which is it was just character.
Yeah.
You have to stick with the character that's working, and that's great.
So when you're talking about this trilogy, we have 3 amazing movies. Each movie feels kind of different from the other one.
Yeah.
Does it
Absolutely,
not?
yeah. And this is, again, what I have to say, this is just a great trilogy for a great character.
I just want to mention the score because that's something that was really, really good in this movie. Fantastic work on the score because it's just something that gets you so lost in this movie.
Yeah.
There was this thing that was going on in like the 60s and the 70s with Planet of the Apes where it was like kind of tribally music, and he did that sort of thing and mixed it with modern day, so you get this blend of past and present, and it's a great score.
The little girl character, I don't even know if she had a name. I thought that her role would be a little more prominent and kind of like at this center, just because of the way she was being marketed on posters and stuff like that. It was kind of a way to keep Caesar a little closer to his original beliefs,
Right.
Because it's not, I don't think it's a spoiler, but in the first couple of scenes when he actually takes off to find who he's looking for in this movie, he doesn't even hesitate. He just shoots some guy right on sight. But if I think if it weren't for that girl tagging along, I think he would be a lot more ruthless. And I think that the girl keeps him a little
Ties him down to his original beliefs, and that's what the character's for. And it's a well-written piece. And I do agree with you. I think they should have gone a little bit more prominent with it, but they didn't. If I have any negatives, which I do have negatives, but something that pulled me out of it.
I think I know where
was
you're
the
going.
comedy.
Oh.
They had a character, which it was funny, but I just think it veers too far off sometimes. You're getting very serious scenes, and I think they didn't really commit to it enough because there was this comic relief that I don't think the movie needed.
I don't want to say the movie really needed comic relief, but I think it is a little bit of a breather, to see that the character do the kind of things that he does in the movie. So it's not anything that I really hated, but I do see where you're coming from, where it was a little left field when it comes to the tone of the movie.
I just think we didn't get any of that in the previous movies, so it seems strange for them to
Especially the
suddenly
second one. Because the first one, you have the innocence of Caesar, and he's obviously going to be acting like a baby and, funny. But the second one, I feel like there was not any breaks of comedy, or it was just...
And I don't think it was necessary. And to me, anyway, for me, I think you both know that I kind of like more movies with a serious tone and a straight-up drama. I just think it hurts the movie more than it helps. I didn't really get the full impact of Woody Harrelson's villain. I just think he was... And they did give him a backstory, but it still felt like he was evil for the sake of being evil. With Gary Oldman, I got it, and I liked him as the villain, even though he was small. This, they made it like a big deal, and I wasn't connected. I wasn't... you have to have a movie where you feel sorry for the villain. You can't have a villain just for the villain's sake.
But like you said, he was just sinister.
It was all sinister.
Because
You
he
have to
woke
have-
up, it was Tuesday, and he's like, I'm evil today. No reason why.
It wasn't exactly that, but I just think you can't. Everything they showed in this movie was just sinister. There was nothing that made me feel for his character.
You know what I think of? It's more of a Caesar movie. It's more of the Apes movie than it is. It's always been this way.
Right.
But it's always this Apes movie than humans. Like,
Yeah.
You don't even have the same humans from movie to movie.
There's no human that I felt for.
Captivating, action-packed. The story was amazing. The character development was amazing. I think I'm going to give this movie a solid 8.5.
For this trilogy, they've done such an amazing job. Big surprise. This movie, if I have to grade it, 8 out of 10. It's just, there were issues that I had with it, but it was never enough to take me away from saying it was an amazing movie.
In this movie, there's a lot of Holocaust, imagery in this movie. There's a lot of references to like stuff like
Slavery.
Jews.
Yeah.
It was a lot of elements that they brought to the table that I really liked. So yeah, I think that when I see this movie multiple more times, it's only going to get better. So for me, it's an 8.8 for me. Okay, you've just been aped.
I do not agree with that.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another review from the Fifth Row. We just reviewed War of the Planet of the Apes. If you have not seen it, get your ass in the theater right now because it's a fantastic movie, and it is one of the best movies of the year.
Wait,
you can take
say
that to
that
the
again?
bank.
Fantastic?